Alright, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater LP. Doing that,
nice.
sick nose grind.
Plus 20 points.
I haven't decided if I'm putting Superman over this part of the video yet or not, but I'm probably gonna put Superman over this part of the video.
I think Puma Man would be better.
But yeah, Puma Man is good. In any case, we got a lot done in this turmeric town of ours, so let's go ahead and get another part of town back. Oh, look at that. They got our good side. What the fuck? Look at... is he joking? Look at that face. Looks like a 3-year-old drew it.
Yeah, just get to the part where you rip your cloth open and reveal your bird inside you.
Oh.
Gotta pay close attention to that cat eating treats.
You know, it's good to see Dusty actually acting like a real cat.
What? Are those anti-Nevi cookies?
Yeah, even though, remember they said before that, like the Nevi only showed up like a little while ago? They somehow in time managed to make anti-Nevi dog and cat biscuits.
I guess pets have a problem with Nevi infections, I guess.
See, part of me kind of thinks that they don't really ever address it, but part of me thinks that it's kind of showing that Dusty might be a Nevi.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a cool little thing. But it's kind of annoying for this part, but we're in our third rift plane, and our cat got really sick.
No.
And while our cat's sick, it's actually going to affect us, because don't forget, Dusty's the one who lets us fly.
Man,
Also,
I can only imagine what kind of sickness a Nevi cat can get. Like a real cat, you have to like express their anal glands and shit.
Yeah, it's not fun. But a cool little thing is that Dusty will be like purple hue for the entire thing. Also, that's how long our gravity gauge is. We literally have gone completely out.
Yeah, okay.
Having all the upgrades that we have for it isn't going to affect anything. So we can do at most like 2 or 3 kicks before we're just completely out. However, I did do a little something to prepare for this part to make it beatable. Because the way the game wants you to do this part is they want you to do things like use normal kicks, not gravity kicks, and but even though we've upgraded kicks to nearly maximum, they don't increase the damage that kicks do, they just let you do more of them. So, this area, this rift plane, which by the way, this might be my favorite rift plane. This place kind of rules.
This reminds me of Psychonauts.
Yeah, they really went heavy with the Psychonauts feel here. But they want you in this to be able to fly only like from small mushroom to small mushroom. And they put gems and stuff all over the place. So you look at that blue mushroom over there, and you're like, well, I can't reach that. I can only reach the ones to my right. But because we upgraded the recovery, if you kick in the air at like an upward angle,
oh, okay.
we can kind of cheat it and still make progression. So the game doesn't want you to be able to like, you're not supposed to make it over here until you come to a return visit. So normally you're not supposed to be able to get like the traveler who's over here until you come back later on in the game. Because again, you can revisit late in the game all the rift planes, but fuck that. I'm ahead of the curve. Speaking of curves,
well, I don't remember things that happen all the time.
I'd like to welcome everyone back to our Let's Play of Ever 17.
Huh.
Again, when we finally get the entire conversation, I'm gonna edit it together so that everything kind of makes sense. Also, a neat little thing for this stage, normally Dusty will follow us around whenever we go anywhere. but because it's only like a little black speck following you, it's normally pretty hard to see him. But the filter that they gave him to make him sick means that basically as you're flying around here, you'll occasionally see like a little purple ball following you. That's Dusty. Like there.
Oh, the fart cloud.
Yeah, he's the fart cloud. So, yeah, he's got that like weird aura around him for this entire mission. So normally, this game wants you to do things like wait for the moving mushrooms to come, but that's really slow and not fun. But again, because they wanted to kind of tease you with all the stuff that you can't get until a return trip, like, we can get gem crazy here. Also, the thing that kind of sucks about the stasis, the thing I personally hate about it is, regardless of how big or small a thing you pick up, like, that is a huge chunk of, like, cinder block. You'd think that would cause more damage than, like, a little nut that you can pick up. But no, they cause the same damage.
Soccer ball.
Pretty much.
Music's pretty good here too.
I actually made a nice post in the in the thread itself about the composer of this game and giving a lot of like.
Who was the composer for Silent Hill?
No, he's not. That would be Akira Yamaoka, who has done a lot of good things in his own right. But the composer of this is Kohei Tanaka, who has done G Gundam, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Gunbuster, like.
I haven't heard of any of those.
Oh, yeah, no one has. They're little niche titles.
Mm-hmm.
But I posted a bunch of links to stuff that he's done. He's done a lot of, like, live shows of One Piece music, and he just has such a fun time playing it that it's pretty damn awesome.
Live shows?
So, a little cool thing here is the flowers that are the mushrooms that are moving are actually coming out of, cicadas.
Cicadas, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi, cat. Bye, cat. The only ones that have the bug, that are coming out of the bug, are the ones that are moving, so they kind of lend to the type of mushroom that'll, type of fungus that'll, like, infect a bug and cause it to continue to move after the fact. I think that's a little nice touch. Otherwise, they're just a normal fungus stem. It's the little touches.
Oh, it's better.
Yeah. These are also still part of the town. They just managed to, like, break it off in such a way that it has the look of, it has the look and feel
like
of a planet. Yeah. Also, the mushrooms, like, the first time I played this, I kind of thought the mushrooms were cookies, because they kind of have that cookie look.
Yeah.
So, this guy, we've already fought this guy in a place where we didn't have optimal, use of our gravity gauge, so we're not fucking around with it. So, you can kind of see a purple tree in the background, which means we're gonna get a little something something.
A new power, awesome.
Yeah. So while there's not a lot up in the air here, if you go under Saturn, we find...
There's another traveler.
Yep, there's his wife. Again, my favorite thing about these travelers is how she's so, like, Shakespearean with her, like, mopey Shakespearean with her. Oh, how long have I wandered this world? I'm surrounded by a bright light before losing consciousness to the sleep. And meanwhile, her husband's like, yeah, I done goofed and got us stuck in a gravity. We're out of time.
I messed up time. Sorry.
I Doc Browned it up. Have you seen my overly dramatic wife anywhere? You see, I hear this is a game done by the Silent Hill guy, and I don't want to be away from my wife for too long. Bad things could happen.
Bad things tend to happen, yeah. Hope you don't get sick, lady.
Also, Dusty is partially in the floor there. Good cat. Oh, also, if you go this way, they throw you a little bit of a bone here, and you get to have a nice, like, relaxing, and by relaxing I mean incredibly stressful flight down here. And you see just how fast our gauge goes if we're not doing kicks and counting on our momentum. Also, just like before, you don't actually have to touch the tree, just get really close to it. We're stronger, but we still don't have... We're still not back to full fighting. So this one is kind of interesting. It's called the Micro Black Hole. It creates, like, this vortex and absorbs enemies into it. You may look at that and go, wow, that's really broken, but it is and it isn't. I'm still more a fan of the rocks myself, but I'll be using the black hole in this video to show how you can use it and break it. Like, the way it's shown there, it makes it kind of look like, oh, this one's really useful for a bunch of little enemies. But it's actually better for, like, one big enemy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still more a fan of the rocks myself. The rocks are true, and they never let you down.
The rocks are my friends.
I speak for the rocks. Also,
they
like
look like big, strong hands, don't they?
Also, we got like 2,000 gems in this area alone. We don't really need them. The only reason at this point why I'm going so ham over rocks.
Well, they're there. You got to get them.
Yeah,
that's kind of the order of things.
I also want to get the there's a trophy in this game for getting
what are you doing? You always like leave one behind.
Yeah, I know.
That's very sloppy.
So I could have used the micro black hole here, but just out of pure instinct, I got so used to just firing rocks at everything from that one mission that I just kind of did that by accident. Like, look at that. That should do more damage than a fucking pebble. So we could go... They have like a path that they want you to go to reach that chunk of land, which is where we actually do want to go, but I'm coming out here to kind of show that there's nothing here now. We'll get back to that later on. But, yeah, as opposed to going through its lily pad maze...
Again, could you do this if you hadn't upgraded your kicks?
I could. It would have been a lot slower, but upgrading the kick and upgrading the gauge means that you can pretty much navigate this area just fine, get the travelers, and get a lot of the gems here. Nope. Still sick.
Oh, I thought it was going to start puking.
Oh, no, that would be gross. This game is better than that. Listen, our sewer trash superhero heroine has more etiquette and grace than that. So, this is the boss of this Rift Plane, and it acts a little different than the other bosses we've fought so far. In that it's not just one, like, enemy. It's actually 5 enemies in one. So right now, that one flower is going to remain closed until you break all 5 of its components. And breaking its 5 components actually takes off part of its health. So over here, I'm trying to show that these nuts do the same damage as a giant chunk, but there isn't any giant chunks of debris. I hate the stasis in this game so fucking much. But there is a nut flower here, which is kind of...
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That scares me.
I forget the name of the, there is like the fear of...
A fear of holes.
Yeah.
Holes where there's not supposed to be holes.
It's like something out of a Junji Ito novel. Or manga. Yeah. Or anime.
Or book.
The fuck's a book?
Or TV show. Or indie game.
410 billion dead Nevi. So yeah, this flower right here throws a ton of shit at you.
The flower's having its time of the month.
Well, okay, so the micro black hole, if you can get near a Nevi like this that has one single point, if you can get the micro black hole right next to it, it will fucking wreck it. Basically what it does is it divides damage between... Oh, there it goes. No, it's not better than it. They can definitely put cats puking in this game.
It's like we picked up the satellite station.
And now everyone gets a nice happy reunion with their family and everything was happily ever after. Surprise.
Whatever, we just beat one of these things.
Yeah. Look at Sid, heroically picking up the kid and then slowly walking away. Maybe you want to pick up the pace a little bit there, buddy? Thankfully, though, Dusty's back up to full operational power. And also, that's the worst name for a chapter ever because it's literally Dickskin. Where's the Silent Hill circumcision debate when we need it? So, the thing I hate about these Nevis in particular is the gravity kick has, like, object permanence with it, where the second it closes up...
If the core disappears, it's not there.
Yeah. It's like a baby. And it's kind of annoying. It's really fucking annoying.
Wait, just be patient.
There's no look at how fucking many Nevi there are. There's no time to be patient. The town's getting fucked up. So what you have to do is kill at least two cores. And a couple of normal Nevi around, and then the story will progress.
You gotta do something, Nevi. Or Cat. Anna.
I like to think Sid just, like, down, like... Because obviously he's not that close. I'm imagine he's just down, like, far, far away going, "You gotta help us! We're fucked!"
What?
But it's okay. We got some help. From Mega Man.
Is that really wise? Like, if they miss the Nevi, they're gonna blow the shit out of their city.
It was the way I guess they figure it was lost to a gravity storm before.
Also, that person can't even see because they've got a
fucking hood over their head. Yes, you're trusting it with the blind Mega Man. Listen, we're pretty good, but we're not good enough to take out the big guy. Kick it a whole lot. And only now can we actually fight it. But in any case, the micro black hole works kind of interestingly in that the more cores that are around it, it splits its damage up between that. So if you have 5 enemies around you, and it does X damage to each core, and by the way, once the core is gone, it'll absorb the enemy, which doesn't do anything for you, it just looks kind of cool. By that same logic, if you can get one core in its range, it'll do 5x damage to that one core. That's how we were able to absolutely wreck that boss before.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it is kind of easy to get knocked out of. Oh, and don't bother killing anything else in this area other than the necessary ones. Just kick and evade.
But the little Ren Hoeks are making things difficult for you.
A little bit, but they endlessly spawn, so... The core is exposed and extremely well guarded.
Destroy the core.
So, like, I don't know how, but I used it there, and it immediately kicked me out of it. So, it's still not as reliable as the rocks. So we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Of kick and bullet hell, and kick and bullet hell. Man, I sure love Nier. This time our cat's got not pukey powers activate!
Just right into the cutscene.
Yep. By the way, that is something that this game will do from pretty much this point out. It'll just put you in back-to-back, to sometimes almost back-to-back-to-back story missions. There's no text here, just. And by her response, I just like to think that he just stared at her for like 2 minutes. Yeah, I've looked into you. You single-handedly killed like 100 million of these things. And yes, even if you are an imperialist, like, even if you're basically the Empire from Star Wars, if you just give her a little bit of compliment, she's like, ooh.
Yeah. So, oh, well, I mean, you guys are clearly evil, but okay.
I mean, you got a real evil theme playing right here. Oh, yes, and also you'll be following orders. Totally don't question any of that. Okay. You'd be placing the lives of citizens in jeopardy. You just launched like an all-out assault with rockets, but it's okay. My cat's way better. Okay. Also, he might have a point about us throwing citizens into the void on more than one occasion.
We've seen the reports.
Yeah. But I'm sure they'll never come back. Oh, right. So our industrial district is back. A lot of people died. Oh yeah, and a little thing here. The mayor's dead. News at 11.